You are different now, transformed by the journey you have undertaken. No longer do you dwell in the low vibrational energy that once enveloped you. Instead, you have healed and achieved a level of spiritual balance that radiates from within. This transformation is not merely surface level but runs deep into the core of your being, influencing every decision you make and every interaction you have. The healing you have experienced has paved the way for a newfound resilience and an inner strength that was previously untapped, allowing you to navigate life with clarity and purpose. At the same time, the person who once shared a significant part of your life is undergoing a profound internal struggle. They are losing sleep over the memories of what once was, ruminating over every mistake, and obsessively analyzing every moment in an attempt to pinpoint where things went wrong. Their mind is a battlefield of regret and introspection, as they search for a way to mend the fissures caused by their past actions. They are trying to figure out how to correct their missteps without letting their ego and pride dominate the process, which makes it even harder for them to reconcile with the reality of their errors. Whether you acknowledge it or not, this person is in the midst of a major transformation, a process that is both painful and necessary for them to come to terms with the consequences of their choices. This transformation is not without its challenges. Your person is experiencing a reckoning with the heavy karma that now shadows them. They had once been a willing participant in a soul contract, a bond that promised unconditional love and mutual growth. However, they chose to walk away from the blessings the universe was generously offering in the form of that unconditional love. Their decision to forsake this divine connection has led them to face consequences that are as profound as they are inescapable. In rejecting the love that could have sustained them, they now find themselves paying a steep price, a price measured not only in the loss of connection but in the deep-seated pain that accompanies such a betrayal. The impact of their betrayal has been twofold. On one hand, it has forged you into a stronger, more resilient individual, someone who has not been broken by the hurt but instead has risen above it, refined like gold in the fires of adversity. On the other hand, it has left your person completely shocked and emotionally barren. The emotional devastation they feel is compounded by a heavy sense of regret that hangs over them like a dark cloud, casting long shadows over their every thought. This regret is not fleeting. It manifests in severe depression and an overwhelming sense of loss. They find themselves missing you with an intensity that borders on desperation, as if the absence of your presence has created an irreplaceable void in their life. In the depths of their despair, they now believe that they have nothing left to lose. The realization that they have already forfeited the most precious connection in their life, a connection that once filled their days with happiness, bliss, and abundance, has stripped them of any remaining hope. The loss is not just emotional, it is existential. Their life, which once brimmed with promise and light, now seems overshadowed by a persistent darkness that they struggle to escape. This sense of loss is a constant reminder of the blessings that were, and the opportunities that will never return. Yet, in the midst of this turmoil, there is a paradoxical beauty in the unfolding of events. Your evolution and spiritual growth serve as a mirror reflecting the possibilities of transformation for your person. As you have embraced healing and achieved balance, your journey indirectly challenges them to confront their own shortcomings and to seek a similar path toward redemption. It is as if your transformation is a silent invitation, a testament to the power of healing, urging them to follow in your footsteps if they wish to reclaim even a fraction of what was lost. The process they are enduring is not merely punitive but is, in its own way, a path towards self-discovery and redemption. The heavy karma they are now facing is a direct consequence of their choices, a reminder that every action carries its own weight and that the universe invariably restores balance, albeit sometimes through painful lessons. As they grapple with their regrets and the emotional emptiness that now defines their days, there remains a glimmer of hope that this arduous journey might eventually lead them to a place of greater understanding, one where they, too, can find a semblance of peace. In this intricate dance of fate and free will, you stand as a beacon of transformation and resilience. Your evolution is not just a personal victory, it is a catalyst that propels change in the life of another. While your person navigates the labyrinth of their own remorse and faces the consequences of their choices, your presence, even in its absence, continues to influence the course of events. Ultimately, the paths you both tread, though diverging, are irrevocably intertwined, each step a lesson in the profound interplay between love, loss, and the eternal quest for spiritual wholeness. I know you're tired of waiting, and it pains me deeply to realize that my inaction has left you feeling unloved and discarded. You fought so valiantly for me, investing time, energy, and heartfelt emotion into our relationship, only for me to let you slip away. I am haunted by the realization that, despite your unwavering efforts, I allowed my doubts and insecurities to overshadow the bond we once cherished. Often, I find myself reflecting on our shared moments, and my heart aches at the thought of all the things I could have done differently to honor the love you so freely offered. In the quiet solitude of my thoughts, I am tormented by endless what-ifs. I constantly wonder what might have been if I had listened more intently to your words or returned your affection with the same intensity you bestowed upon me. These lingering questions weigh heavily on my soul, leaving me feeling drained and consumed by regret. Every decision that led us to this painful crossroads now appears as a misstep, a betrayal of the genuine connection we once nurtured and both so desperately needed. It seems that in my struggle with my own inner demons, I neglected the precious gift of your love. Yet, even amidst this sea of remorse and despair, I continue to hold on to a fragile hope. I long for the possibility that these feelings of sorrow and regret will eventually pass, allowing me the chance to redeem myself and prove my love anew. I dream of a future where I can rebuild the closeness we once shared, a future where our bond is strengthened by the lessons learned from past mistakes. The thought of having you near again, of being granted an opportunity to demonstrate that I can be the partner you deserve, shines like a beacon in the darkness of my current existence. It is important for you to understand that the pain I now endure is not solely the result of my own failings, it is also a reflection of the turbulent journey I have undergone since I rejected your love. The last few months have been a period of relentless inner turmoil, a time filled with harsh self-reflection and the struggle to confront the consequences of my actions. Each day has been a battle against the regret of not seizing the moment when your love was present, and each night has been a vigil of introspection and sorrow. I have come to see that by turning away from your love, I also turned away from a part of myself that was destined to flourish under your nurturing care. Throughout this agonizing period, I have clung to the hope that you might send a sign, a simple message, a brief word of forgiveness, that could signal the possibility of reconciliation. I check my phone every hour, every day, yearning for that moment when your silence might give way to communication. Instead, I am met with an echoing void that serves as a constant reminder of the distance I have created between us. This silence amplifies my loneliness and reinforces the regret of actions that have hurt you deeply. I understand, all too well, that you felt heartbroken by the way I behaved. Instead of fostering a connection built on love, respect, and mutual care, I allowed negative emotions, anger, frustration, and jealousy to overshadow the beautiful potential of our relationship. I realized that in the heat of those destructive moments, I lost sight of the tenderness that once defined us, and for that, I am profoundly sorry. The pain you must have felt is something I carry with me every day, a reminder of how my actions have affected someone who means the world to me. Your happiness has always been a source of immense pride for me. Seeing you smile, watching as others recognize and celebrate your brilliance, fills my heart with a bittersweet mix of joy and sorrow. Joy because you deserve all the appreciation in the world, and sorrow because I fear that someone else might be the one to give you the love and warmth that I failed to provide. This fear, rooted in insecurity, is a painful testament to how deeply I value you. I dread the possibility that another might step in, cherishing you in ways I never did, and that I would ultimately lose you forever. In this vulnerable state, I am left grappling with the lasting consequences of my choices. I know that I have inflicted wounds that may take time to heal, and I am willing to do whatever it takes to mend what has been broken. I yearn for the opportunity to demonstrate that I can be a better partner, a partner who embraces love fully, who nurtures rather than destroys, and who never again allows negative emotions to overshadow the warmth of our connection. I remain, with a heart full of regret and a spirit desperate for redemption, at the mercy of fate, praying for the day when our paths might cross once more in a moment of forgiveness and renewed love. My feelings for you run deep, burning with an intensity that often leaves me overwhelmed by the constant distractions of everyday life. Every time I catch myself waiting anxiously for a message from you, I realize that it is more than just a simple text or call. It is the beacon that guides me back to you, the person who anchors my restless thoughts. In these moments, I find that even the smallest delays in your response make my heart race, and I wonder if you sense the same magnetic pull that I do. When I find myself on the move, physically or metaphorically, it is never just about escaping something, it is always about seeking solace and clarity. Every time I run, I become aware that I am not truly escaping but rather waiting for the moment when I can return to you. I run to clear my mind of the clutter of internal conflict and confusion that clouds my judgment. Yet, amidst that chaos, the thought of you provides the clarity I so desperately seek. It is as if I am in a constant state of departure and arrival, leaving behind parts of myself that are tangled in turmoil, only to come back to the calm and understanding that you embody. I must admit that I struggle with communicating my feelings fully. There are times when I act impulsively, running away without offering an explanation. I hate it when you question why I ran, not because I do not value your concern, but because I find it difficult to articulate the maelstrom of emotions that propels me away. My inability to express these feelings accurately often leaves both of us in a place of misunderstanding, and it pains me to know that my silence can create such a barrier between us. Yet, each time you show patience and kindness, you help mend that gap, even if only momentarily. You often ask about my past, about the experiences that have shaped me into who I am today. And every time you do, something inside me is triggered, memories and emotions that I am not always prepared to confront. There is a vulnerability in revealing those parts of me that have been shrouded in pain and secrecy. Despite this, I have come to appreciate these moments of inquiry because they reveal your genuine curiosity and deep concern for my well-being. When you show interest in the intricacies of my life, it reaffirms that you care not just for the person I am now, but also for the journey that has brought me here. In a world that often overlooks the significance of personal history, your questions are a testament to your love and commitment. I know that my thoughts and words can sometimes come across as confusing, and I fear that my struggles to express my emotions leave you wondering about the real me. It is a constant battle, trying to translate the complex language of my heart into words that make sense. There have been many instances when I have fallen silent, lost in the echoes of my internal struggle, and during these silent phases, I have felt isolated even in your presence. However, your consistent patience and willingness to understand me, even when my expressions are muddled or incomplete, have been a source of immense comfort. It is in these moments of unspoken understanding that I truly appreciate the depth of your compassion. Throughout this journey, your unwavering support has been a guiding light. You have stood by me, not just in the bright moments of our shared happiness, but also in the darker, quieter times when words fail me and my emotions become a tangled web of contradictions. I feel a profound sense of pride knowing that someone as incredible as you can love me despite, or perhaps because of, my imperfections. Your empathy and understanding have shown me that love is not about perfection but about embracing all the messy, beautiful parts of who we are. There is something incredibly inspiring about the way you care for me. Even when I am lost in my own thoughts or overwhelmed by the past, you manage to see through the facade and reach the true essence of my being. You listen with an open heart, never judging, always encouraging me to find the courage to share even the most difficult parts of my story. This level of emotional intimacy is rare, and I treasure every moment of it. It reminds me that even though I may struggle to find the right words, the bond we share speaks louder than any expression I could muster. In reflecting on our relationship, I recognize that it is not defined by grand gestures or perfect communication. Instead, it is the accumulation of small, meaningful interactions, the patience in your questions, the comfort in your silence, and the unwavering support during my moments of doubt, that truly define what we have. I am continually inspired by the way you navigate my complexities, accepting every fragment of my being without hesitation. It is this deep-seated acceptance that has taught me the true meaning of love, and for that, I am eternally grateful. Every moment spent with you, every shared silence and every heartfelt conversation, contributes to the tapestry of our connection. While I may often struggle to convey the full depth of my feelings, know that every beat of my heart is a testament to the love and admiration I hold for you. I am proud, thankful, and forever in awe of the way you love me, even on days when I find it hard to love myself.